It's in excess race team. This 47-foot Apache is powered by three 1100 horsepower Donovan inboard motors with Mercruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and driven by Ted Sabarese of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Rick Sabarese from Fort Lauderdale is your navigator, and Trace Martin from Fort Lauderdale, Florida is on throttle. It's in excess. They wound up second overall in 1992 in the OPT and SBR national point standings, and they got that way with a first in Cocoa Beach, a first in Marathon, second in Sarasota, third Ocean City, and a second in the New York City run in Manhattan just a couple months ago. But it's a good-looking boat. Ted Sabarese really has this boat dialed in quite nicely. Real nice paint job right there. Very colorful, sleek-looking Apache race hull, that 47-footer. And they really go for rough water. They'd even like to see it a little rougher right now because the Apaches thrive in the rough racing conditions. This 41-foot Apache is powered by two 800 horsepower United Racing inboard motors with Mercruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and throttled by Rolando Piega of Coral Gables, Florida, Humberto Rodriguez from Miami, Florida is driving, and Fernando Morales from Miami, Florida is your navigator, the Chill Out race team. They raced last week in Cape Coral, Florida, where they had a very good run in the World Championships there in the APPA division. And right now they're locked in a pretty good battle going on with a lot of other boats, and they're presently running in first place ahead of Dollar Marine, Predator, Extractor in the Offshore D boat. They're running in first place right now, and this boat looks very strong. Cat class, and Ohio Steel having a great run in the Open Deep V. Now we come up on D15, the Predator race team. This 41-foot Apache is powered by two 800-horsepower Stotler inboard motors with Merc Cruiser drives. This boat is owned and driven by Edward Toth of Sellersville, Pennsylvania. Eddie Toth Jr. from Sellersville is your navigator, and Herb Stotler from Fort Lauderdale, Florida is your throttle man. They've had a relatively successful 1992 campaign. Second in Point Pleasant, seventh at Lake St. Clair, first in Ocean City, Maryland. So good, in fact, that they're first in the national standings, and they had a first at the Sunoco Shootout. Pipeline is right there. Karl Myers, how sweet it is. Chill Out Warrior on the outside. Obsession on the outside of him. We look back on the field, and we've got the green flag. There you see Jim Lasnowski's Extractor taking a hull shot and going right out in the middle. So you've got Extractor and going right out with him. It's Pipeline, and how sweet it is too. And there you see Predator closest to us. And on the inside of Predator, we've got Instigator also right there. Then coming up on the inside, along Extractor and taking a lead right now, it's Chill Out Warrior. This is a battle right now for position in Offshore D for first place. And Chill Out Warrior has made the move, and he's starting to stretch out a lead right now over Jim Lasnowski's Extractor race team. D99, the Chill Out race team. It's a 41-foot Apache powered by two 800-horsepower United Racing inboard motors with Merc Cruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and throttled by Rolando Piega of Coral Gables, Florida. Humberto Rodriguez from Miami is your driver, and navigating is Fernando Morales of Miami, Florida. And that's Predator coming into the hunt right now also. So Predator has just passed Extractor, and Predator is now on the outside of Chill Out Warrior. A good battle going on in the Offshore D competition. was for your position in your first and second place in Offshore D. So right now, Ed Toth is unofficially in first place in Offshore D as he goes by Chill Out Warrior, as you see in your picture right there. We wish Ed Toth and the Predator crew all the best, and we hope that he can build on his victory from Wednesday and perhaps get the World Championship flag for 1992 in Offshore D. For the race course, we can jump on D55. This is the 41-foot Apache known as Island Runner. This boat is owned and throttled by Frank Herbert from South Jersey. Driving is John Stanch from South Jersey, and your navigator is Mike Roshko, also from South Jersey. This boat is powered by two 540 cubic inch, 750 horsepower each Stotler racing engines with Merc Cruiser outdrive. The Island Runner, who we didn't see at the start, unfortunately got a very bad start and they started dead last. But as you can see right now, they're moving up on the field. They're starting to pick off some of the other boats in Offshore D, and they are really starting to make a move on the rest of the field. A hard-charging boat. It's 50. The Apache Heritage. This 50-foot Apache, powered by three 1,000-horsepower Mercury inboard motors with Merc Cruiser drive, has been an outstanding boat here. They came on, and what a scene they've made. They took a first-place finish on Wednesday, so good, in fact, that they even turned a 100-mile-per-hour lap, and they're looking very good right now. This boat is owned by Patrick Mercurio of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, who does the navigating. Omar Daniel of Monaco is your driver, and Richie Powers from North Miami, Florida, is your throttle man. What a boat this is. And a group that really works well together is Pat Mercurio, Mark McManus, and Richie Powers, who've done a lot of design work and refinements on this boat to really make it the hard-charging champion that it is right now. And this boat is certainly the one to challenge in their class. He's unofficially right now running in first place in Superboat V-bottom boats. That, coupled with his first place finish that he got Wednesday, we could ultimately be looking at the champion for 1992 in Superboat V. And that was Obsession being passed. Different class boats, Obsession is still in the running in his category. But as I said earlier on, you could be looking at your potential champion for the 1992 World Championships in Superboat V-bottom boats. From Key West, Florida, it's Patrick Mercurio's Apache Heritage.